I canceled our honeymoon, and I'm considering divorce after catching my wife making out with a female friend at our wedding in the middle of the dance floor. I am 24, and I recently got married this last week to my wife, 24, maybe ex-wife? Let's call her Sarah. Me and my wife have been together for 4 years and have only had one major issue. My wife is a drinker. She only drinks about once a week, but usually drinks way more than she can handle. When we first got together, I realized she has a habit of making out with random women when she is drunk. Now I don't think this is sexy or exciting, and I view this as cheating. After the second time I caught her about a few months into dating, I sat her down and told her that absolutely would not be okay as long as we were in a committed relationship. It took many conversations for her to understand that I was serious and viewed it as cheating. She promised to stop but insists that she didn't cheat. She was good about cutting back on drinking and being more mindful of me. However, over the years I caught her kissing 2 other women. Once a random acquaintance, and the last time about 2 years ago was with her best friend turned maid of honor, Brooke. Important piece of information after I caught her the last time. I had a complete and total breakdown, and it took her coming to my therapy sessions and couples counseling for her understand how badly she hurt me. I told her if it ever happens again, regardless of the circumstances, I was out. This brings us to present. The wedding day comes around, and it was perfect, happiest day of our lives. Then the reception. We of course got pretty drunk, not blackout or belligerent, but definitely drunk. At some point my wife asked me to get her pair of comfortable shoes. On my way back, I see my wife with Brooke's tongue down her throat in the middle of the dance floor with her other bridesmaids. I stomped my way into the reception, pushed Brooke out of the way, and said something along the lines of, "What the F are you doing?" At this point everyone stopped and looked at us, and I just threw the shoes and walked out. Sarah chased me out bawling hysterically. Since this happened, I canceled our tickets and hotel reservation for our honeymoon, and I am strongly considering divorce. My lovely wife has gone from begging to crying to name-calling. She ultimately decided I was a massive asshole for embarrassing her at our wedding and throwing away our relationship over nothing. I think I'm just done this time. She's hurt me so many times and can't even see what she's doing wrong. Best comments. Those were a lot of red flags. You married her anyway? She knows how you felt about this, and she did it anyway. She needs to get some help with the alcohol. That seems to be when she messes up. What a mess. It honestly makes me wonder if he only knows about the other 2 times. I feel like there could be multiple times she's done this that he's unaware of due to not being around. She was sober enough to try and cover her ass by sending him away, so she knew what she was doing. He might be eligible for an annulment. Yes, this will save a lot of time and money. If it was at the wedding, they probably haven't even turned in the paperwork, so technically not even married in the government's eyes. Came here to say this. Just don't file the marriage license and no need for divorce. Crying like a baby and screaming hysterically shows that she knows she did something wrong when moments later she starts insulting him and saying he ruined everything. She wasn't in pain and she wasn't sad. The crying is a trick. The truth came out in the words she spoke and they were all there. He was bad. He did something wrong. How could he ruin her big day? Sounds like serious personality disorder, zero actual care or concern.